Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. TGINF. Hope you all are having a good one. Let's see who's hanging out with us. Uh, Bonnie's here. Says, "Oh, you got a big comment here. What's he saying? Morning, all. With my CNC trouble video, Peter of CNC Nuts, that would be Peter Pasuelo, explained the step pulse and how to fix the pausing situation by turning off the Mach 3 backlash. But the tool change is still in the air. Okay. Thomas Grimm is here. Good morning, Thomas. Good morning, Monroe. Charles Steed, good morning. Jack says good morning. He's sitting right. He's sitting up looking out the window. You just can't quite see him. Can't see him. He's barely out of the shot. He's shy, George says TGIF, a family tradition as a young man, now an armchair watcher on YouTube. EAA AirVenture Oshkosh 2022. That is how I spend most of the rest of the week. Okay, that's some kind of airplane show or something, isn't it, George? I think that's what it is. Let's see. George again says, in my neck of the woods, Friday, mostly sunny, high 76, low 55, perfect for sport aviation. Yep. There you go. It says, morning everyone, TGIF, nothing printing this morning. Okay. I'm sure you maybe can hear it. I got the noisy one going. I finished up that little video yesterday. It came out this morning, and I basically have put my stock build plate, surface, whatever you call it, back on there. And of course, I had to readjust it. So I'm running another funnel. Only I took this one and sized it up a little bit to get one just a little bigger. So I'd scaled it up about 1.5 times. So that's what I'm printing, mainly because I can always use another little funnel. And two, that'll see if I got everything adjusted right. But it looks like it's printing okay. So I don't think I'll have to mess with it anymore. Hope not. George says, I think that first word is supposed to be intended, but I'm not sure. It's the abbreviated version, maybe. To repair the Adirondack chair after 10 years of use, then off to replace some deck boards. Yeah. Sounds like you got a busy weekend, George. Wilson Rubottom's here. Good morning. He says thumbs up. Appreciate it. Got a couple thumbs up over there. Leo's here. He says, good morning, everybody. TGIF. Have a great day. And a thumbs up. I appreciate that, Leo. Landis is here. He says, good morning. Thanks for the file. I was going to ask you if you got it. Printed it out last night. Okay. Hope it works for you. I almost forgot to send it to you because I was going to do it right after I stopped, and then I closed this out and went back in the other room, and I was sitting there, and I thought, oh, wait a minute, I was going to send Landis the file, so I had to come back in here and find it again. But yeah, that's why it took me a minute to get it to you. Clyde's here. Good morning, Clyde. Mr. Ballard's here. Good morning, Ryan. Ryan gave me a good tip the other day. He called me while he was on the road and was telling me, and he might be onto something, I don't know, but that I've got it all put up in the box now. But that dual-sided thing, the you had textured side on one and the smooth on the other. And I mentioned on here, every time I try to run the smooth side, it'd be super smooth right there, but it would always pull up on these corners. And then Ryan says, if you've got a heat gun, you can check to make sure and it made sense because when you flip it over, you've now got that textured surface that's in between the aluminum plate, which underneath that are the heat elements or whatever they use, so it's might not be getting as hot. So that's why during that video, I mentioned that I'm playing around with the temperatures, trying to go a little hotter, a little colder, everything I tried, it just did not work. That stuff is just so slick. It's just hard to get it to stick to it. And as I mentioned in the video, well, I'll just not say it and you can go watch it. How about that? Kevin Els is here. Good morning, Kevin. Larry says, I watched the video. I won't be buying one. Well, don't let me talk you out of it if you were thinking about one, because they are on sale, I think, with that link right now. So if you're going to get one, now's a good time. I think it'd be perfect if I was going to use that, and I may eventually. The only reason I'm not wanting to use it now is because I'm not having any trouble running stuff the way I am. It's I've done learned my lesson. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'm going to leave everything like it is. But if and when my stock thing gets messed up, or say I get another 3D printer and it doesn't have as nice a stock setup as these Ender 3s, then I would use that thing, but I would also probably go ahead and peel the adhesive off that magnetic thing and put it on the plate. And then that way you can just pick it. I do like that you can pick it up. It's got that little tab that sticks out on the front. So you can just pick it up, peel it off, and it's very kind of flimsy because it's really thin. And, the part pops right off and all that. I just would not use it to try to get that super smooth thing. To me, that doesn't make any difference to me. I think that was one of the big things they wanted me to point out, and that's why I tried as hard as I could to get one to come out perfect. But I'm like, I'm not spending all day. I didn't run. Well, I ran a total of 6. The first one was done with the textured side. And then I thought, well, I've run 5 of them like this, trying different things. And if you can't get it to run and stick the corners down without putting that other stuff on there, then I'm not going to do it. So, that's the way I am. It's an honest review, which is what I think you should be. So many times people get stuff sent to them free, and it's like, well, are you really just talking it up because you got it free? Because, if you pay for it and it's no good, then, I don't know. I try to be completely honest either way, whether it's sent to me free or it's something I've done reviews on stuff I bought. And either way, if there's stuff I like about it, I say it. If there's stuff I don't like about it, I say it. Most of you guys probably been following me long enough to know that I'm pretty much a straight shooter. I'm not going to blow smoke up here. Let's see. George says, the AirVenture Oshkosh 2022 world's largest aviation gathering, 10,000 airplanes on the ground, multitude flybys of everything from genies to jets. Okay. All righty. I thought it was some kind of big air show or something. Sean's here. Good morning, Sean. Oops. Jim Senecola's in the house. He says, good morning, everyone. My second beer mug coming off 3D printer in an hour. Okay. All right. Can you pour beer in a beer mug like that? Or is it just for show? Ray Jones in the house. Good morning, Ray. Appreciate you stopping by. I have, I was talking about that annoying Windows 11 thing yesterday. And I got to sitting around yesterday thinking about that. And I thought, I can't be the only one that's really annoyed by that. So let me just do a little research. So I put into the Google thing on my phone, I put how to disable Windows 11 from installing or something like that. And sure enough, if you dig around, it came up with a bunch of different search results. But when you dig around a little bit, um, you'll find something. So I found something, and I thought, well, let me go. I was reading, and let me come in here and try that right now. So I came in here. Of course, this computer is on all day long. I turn it on when I pretty much first get up, and it stays on all day long until I turn it off to go to bed, because I'm usually getting emails and orders from the website and stuff like that. But anyway, so I come in here and I put in, I guess it's in that little box, and you put in the word services, and this thing pops up, and then you can tell it to stop. And I did that. So now it didn't show up today, but that doesn't mean anything because it didn't show up every single day, but it probably showed up once a week or more often. So I won't declare it's fixed or stopped until I go a week or two without seeing that. But if you'll remind me, I'll try to keep you updated on the update. But hopefully that will stop it. It's just was super annoying to me. And they said that, they try to make it act like that. When I read what they were saying, they try to make it look like they're doing you a favor, because they say Windows 10 will stop being supported in 2025. And I'm thinking, well, I may be dead by 2025, so I don't care. I'll worry about that when it gets closer. And I don't really care if they stop supporting it anyway. It just means, well, I don't know what it means, but anyway, I'm not going to worry about it. So hopefully I won't get any more of those stupid things where they're trying to force you into getting that Windows 11 update. And I did notice as I was reading it that a lot of people that put things in there that were asking the question, they were ticked off too, just like I was. So, all right. LB says, I use glass plate on my printer. If you lower your Z height and slower and about 5 degrees hotter, you will get better first layer. Okay. That's great. But I probably won't ever try that, Lonnie. Because, as I just said earlier, I'm all about if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If I'm happy with the results I'm getting from the stock thing, I won't be messing with that smooth side. It just, and for some parts, just like this little parts tray, if this had come out perfect, and I don't know if you can see that. Maybe I can hold it in the light where you can see it. You can see where it's messed up, and then this is just baby butt smooth right here. And that's great. But it's the bottom of a parts tray. So it doesn't matter. And I don't know. I remember when I got the email from the people that sent me that, and they said something about I don't remember how they worded it, but they made it sound like that was the big, that was a big deal, being able to have smooth finish on parts and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but it's always going to be on the bottom because that's where how you run stuff. But anyway, Clyde says, I still use 7 on an old laptop and still get updates. I don't get updates on mine, but it's because on all mine that are running Windows 7, they're not on the internet. They're the ones I use. Well, I have one that runs my Avid. That is Windows 7 Professional, I think is what's on that computer. And of course, it's not connected to the internet at all. And then the other one is that one I took out of the kiosk that I have hooked up for my little 3018. And it has Windows 7. And so they can't get updates because they're not connected. And I didn't think Windows 7, I didn't think you could get an update for that, but maybe you can. Huh? Wade says, yes, Microsoft, stay away from my computer till I ask for your help. Yeah, I mean, I know they're going to do those annoying pop-ups and stuff. And I kind of get that. I really don't have that big of a problem as long as they don't do it every stinking day or every few hours or something like that. But at least when you're going to put one up, put a button that says I decline or remind me again next year or something like that. Just quit putting it up there, and then you have a get button to install it, or maybe it'll say install, or it'll say learn more, but there's no button to just get out of it. So then it's like, okay, well, what do anything, you're afraid to click on anything thinking if you do, it's going to take off and install it. So that's what ticked me off is they clearly don't want to give you a choice to get out of it. They want to make that part difficult, but make it easy to sign up for it and get it. And I don't want it. But Clyde says, yeah, not supported yet. Got update a couple of weeks ago. Okay. Well, I think, I turned my head just at the right time. I can see it's on that camera where I can watch the 3D printer for 10 seconds. It changes every 10 seconds. But it looks like the funnel is working well, and it is, like I said, it's about this big now, 1.5 times bigger than that one. So, and I'll probably use those for when I mix my powdery stuff, the hydroponic nutrient stuff. It's all 3 things I have are in like a crystal or a powdery type form. So I don't have to worry about whether this is perfectly waterproof or anything, because it's not going to be liquid. It just helped me get when I've measured out the stuff, helped me to get it from the little plastic thing inside the mouth of the milk jug bottle without some of it flying out in the sink or something. So we got the big weekend coming up. What's anybody got big plans to do? Oh, wait a minute. Jim says beer can fit in the mug. Okay. All righty. Oh, wait a minute. I'm missing some comments here. What's going on here? Clyde says you need to add a battery eater video to the calipers. Well, the first one didn't last nearly as long as I thought it should. But again, it was already in there. Don't know how long it had been in and all that stuff. So I'm not really going to count that one. Now, if this second one that was still in the package, if it doesn't last very long, then yeah. But I won't be bothering going back to make another video with that. That one video was enough. And I do like these little calipers. They're big enough that I can read them without my glasses if I need to. And they are metric. I don't really have anything, the other caliper I have is a dial caliper. All the other calipers I have are dial calipers. And of course, they're a little harder to read when you get old like me. It's a little harder to read that, see what that dial's, because the whole dial's blurry basically when I look at it without my glasses. But then, of course, I have to, say, okay, it's 0.906, so that's what in metric, and then I had to pull my little calculator out and do the math to convert it. So it is nice to have that caliper, and they sent it to me. So in fact, it was it the same company? No, I take that back. It wasn't the same company that sent me. It might have been the same lady, because both emails, I think that lady said her name was Jane. So unless they all just use that name, I don't know. Clyde says, yeah, you can use them to convert back and forth. Yeah. Yep. Rob Schuster's in the house. Good morning, Rob. What are you up to this weekend? Any new drum videos coming out or anything? I was just anxious to get that little review video out, because it's especially after sitting there trying to run all those samples, I'm like, yeah, enough of this. But all of these actually are still, usable parts. So now I've got 6 little part trays, and the cool thing is that they do all stack. So when I get ready to some assembly of something, and it's got a bunch of little small bolts and nuts and stuff, I can put those in there while I'm doing that. So that's I don't know what Jack's looking at. He's still sitting there looking out that window. He usually doesn't sit that long before he lays down. Not sure what he's looking at out there. Rob says, going to start on a new drum today, a 3-day weekend. Last 2 drums I have tried did not work, so it has been a while since I have done a drum build video. Maybe this one will work out. Okay. Look forward to seeing it. I had planned on going out there yesterday, and I told you I still had that material that I got from Lowe's still in the back of my truck. Well, it's still in the back of my truck. I've not pulled it out yet, so I got to go out there. But I think I'm going to change it up, because, like I said, I think yesterday when I did the original dog bowl stand well over 10 years ago, I ran it all on that smaller machine that only had a 40 by 26 cutting area. But I think, and especially since I'm going to be doing this live on the show tomorrow, I need to try to speed things up a little bit. So I think, since there's 5 main parts, front and back, 2 sides, and a top, I will combine the 2 side pieces into one long blank, because now I can have a machine big enough to run it on. and then I'll put the front and the back both. So I'm gonna kind of go through my old program and kind of revise it with the blanks and all. Then I'll know exactly what I need to cut. And the reason I need to know exactly what size to cut is so that I can finagle my way around the knots that are in some of those boards. Because again, it's not the best material, but it's good enough for what I'm going to use it for. I use that same kind of material for the one I made for Rocky. So anyway, I look forward to doing that. I'm still not sure how all that's going to work because I probably will use my dust shoe and dust collection, which means it will be loud. So I'll probably just have to have my mic muted. And of course, I'll have that Bluetooth headset on, so I'll be able to hear the conversation, but I probably will need to keep my mic muted while it's running. And I don't really have any place to go because it's not like I can walk to the other corner of the garage because then I'm closer to the dust collection. So it's probably going to be pretty loud, but we're going to see how it goes. I think I can get them all cut out during the show there. And of course, whoever's on my panel can tackle whatever questions and stuff come up. And then if somebody's got a question for me about what I'm doing, I can wait and answer them in between the noise. So we will do that. All right. Well, the thing is pretty noisy today because of the way it's doing that stuff. So it's going to be a little noisy today. You can no doubt hear it easily today. I don't see any other comments I missed. My time is just about up here, so I guess we'll get ready to get off of here. Ryan says lots of inappropriate comments from him, probably. Yeah. Well, I'll be counting on them. Ryan will be joining us live on location again this week, I think. Lonnie says I make great sound effects. Well, that's just what it sounds like. It's making that little noise. Sean wants to know where I find the trays. It was on Thingiverse. I will try to find it right quick and post the link here. I don't know if I can find this right one or not. That right there looks like it, but that doesn't look like the one I got. Yeah, maybe it is. Let's see what mine's called. No, that's not the one I got because that one he called it Funnel Tray STL. And mine is not called that. Mine was called Parts Tray V2. Let me go back and see if I can. That does look like it. That's not exactly. Let's see if I can find it. Ah, come on. I typed it in exact and it didn't find it. Oh, come on, Thingiverse. I think when I found it, I was searching for funnels. Ah, maybe that's it. That doesn't look like the same one either. Maybe that's it. Yeah, that's it right there. Okay, so it's putting this link in there. I think it will let me put that in there. That one right there is this one here, the stackable one. And again, they're not very big. They're, of course, you could scale them, I guess. This one is about 2 inches, a little over 2 inches wide by about little over 4 inches deep. Basically 2 by 4 on the inside. And then they are, well, not counting the lip where you stack them, about a half inch or so deep, 5/8 maybe. Yeah, probably about 5/8 deep. But they would be good for, even if you have a drawer organizer where you have a lot of little nuts and bolts and stuff in it, it would be good to put them in these and then stick those in the thing, because that way when you pick them up, you can actually just pour out what you need with that little spout thing. So anyway, I think that's all we got for today. We'll get out of here and get ready to get the weekend started. Like I said, if you're not doing nothing, come on, check me out tomorrow on the live show. We'll be doing a little project live out in the shop. If you want to watch, come hang out with us. So anyway, we will see y'all Monday for number 536. And of course, that is if the Lord's willing and the creek don't rise. See y'all.